City in the Americas, founded in 1325. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Mexico City. Tonight, it's another installment of the International Series, and we've got a good one on tap. And a good effort on the return there gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Between the Kansas City Chiefs and our home team. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down.
Anytime you eclipse 100 yards rushing, you deserve the acclaim that comes with it, and he got it. AFC Offensive Player of the Week last week.
And wasn't up around 200, wasn't a crazy game, but very good, solidly in that driver's seat to win that award, and he did. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. And we get a quick look at the Chargers starting offense.
An offensive line play is not something that comes to mind readily, but it's always a big key in a ball game. And already these guys, they're getting it done up front, as we've seen this rushing attack have some early success.
On second down, it's Grant, and he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That one a first down pickup of 8. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard, stop short of the 35.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. On first down, Grant. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Going with a big fullback, wide. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. This is 3rd and goal. This Chiefs defense, they're giving it all they got. Now Rivers. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. You can already start to hear this crowd. They're saying, go for it.
Yeah, have we ever been at a game where you've heard the crowd go, field goal, field goal?
No, I have not. That's a good point.
Yeah, they always want to go for it, and I think they've got the right idea right now. The way they've moved the ball in this drive, I wouldn't stop that momentum. Go get it.
The Chargers, a team that's really been plagued by poor field goal kicking the last decade or so, but I think they feel they've solved their problems with Badgley.
I would say so. He went 15 for 16 in 10 games last season, undrafted out of Miami. And remember, he had 5 field goals in the playoffs against the Baltimore Ravens.
So here are the Chiefs now under their veteran head coach, Andy Reid. They'll be led out by the MVP of the National Football League in 2018, the former Texas Tech Red Raider, Patrick Mahomes.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. but there was also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
The numbers for Williams a week ago: 19 carries, 74 yards, and a touchdown.
So he scored his 8th touchdown on the ground last week, and most guys I know, they want to get into round numbers. So, you know, 10 is really the goal, and this is one sport where being selfish and scoring touchdowns is a good thing. Look for he and the offense to try and get him in there at least twice in this game.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he'll be brought down, but a tip of the cap on the spin move, as that gives him a 1st down. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. But with Damian Williams, it's notable that the Chiefs didn't make a play to go after a big-time running back in the offseason. The coaching staff said back in May they didn't want running back by committee. They trusted Williams to be their starter. You remember last year he was forced into the starting role the final 3 games of the season due to attrition, and he really excelled. And then he was excellent in the playoffs against the Colts and Patriots. Strong indicator that he was ready to be the bell cow. From the 45 on 2nd down, Mahomes. Robinson's got it. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They go play fake. Mahomes. He finds Robinson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give him 30 yards there.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Mahomes complete. The tight end Kelsey. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot. Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. And Bucker able to put this one through. And that will tie us at 3-3. Butker, what a pickup he's been for Kansas City the last 2 years. Remember, he was drafted by Carolina to be the eventual successor to Graham Gano. That didn't pan out. Casey got him as a free agent. He's been really good.
Yeah, Gano said, oh no, I'm keeping my job. But Butker found his home in Kansas City, a franchise record for points scored in his first 2 seasons.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And Charles, if the season ended today, it's not going to. We still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. On 2nd and 12, Rivers. The sack by Dorian O'Daniel, the linebacker from Clemson.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Rivers. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one. 4th down, and on is Ty Long to punt. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. A reminder that we'll have more football here on EA Sports coming up Thursday night with the start of Week 12. We'll be, about 1,000 miles north of here and back down at sea level as well to watch the Colts and the Texans in Houston, 2 playoff teams from a year ago. They'll do battle with kickoff at 8:20 Eastern time. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. Throwing quickly, Mahomes gets this out to Watkins. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
It's Kelsey on the ground. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 32-yard line. Kelsey, such a valuable part of this offense. Made the Pro Bowl the last 4 seasons. 2018 being the most productive when he went over 1,300 yards, 10 touchdowns, and a great relationship between he and Pat Mahomes off the field. Very good friends, attended a bunch of high-profile sporting events together in the offseason, and that chemistry, it certainly shows on the field. A good pickup there, 26 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Mahomes to throw. And that is incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough, otherwise they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-3. So that one an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up Al Rivers. Open man, it's Allen. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, 81 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Out comes Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs offense. He's had one of those games that any quarterback loves. Not only the Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Open man is Hill. He's got it. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On the ground, this is Williams. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Williams. A big run there. 29 yards and a first.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. And he'll get them inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. On 2nd down at 4, Mahomes. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And it's caught. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Butker now to add the extra point.
That wasn't just toughness we just saw. That was concentration. Knew the hit was coming, yet the quarterback hung in there and delivered it downfield. The end result, 6 points for his team.
So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
180! Block 11!
A first down throw here for Rivers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Alex Okafor in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Throwing on 2nd and long. Rivers, and this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw is Rivers. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A big 30-yard play on third. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time. That'll bring up 2nd down. Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rivers. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Rivers again. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Martin, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role in why they are trailing right now. It's complete to Graham. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 23. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And down to the 7-yard line. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. They'll throw again. Rivers toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. So we have reached halftime, an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Chiefs to take over. They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And some room to roam now. The 40, past the 20, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Damian Williams, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down in the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Still 1st down.
Well, they were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
They go play action here on first down. Got his man. It's Williams. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards that time. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. Rivers. Caught by Allen. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. To throw, Rivers. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
They go back to Grant. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Sets him up nicely. First and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Now a carry for the fullback. This is Watt. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Second and goal from inside the 5. This is Grant. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Corey Grant with touchdown number 8 on the year. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. This time, the extra point up and good. And this is back to an 8-point game. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance. If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. It kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Returning, it's Benjamin. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone. And now he's just trying to do it for a 2nd time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage. And, again, that 2nd score here in the 3rd quarter. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Grant. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with third and about 6 yards to go. On third down, Rivers. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Rivers now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
They will run with Grant. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're heading towards the ball carrier with abandon.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down now, it's Grant. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Mike Secretary 90, blast the team.
They'll run on 1st down. Grant, and he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. Trying to power it ahead with one. And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. Phillip Rivers, no stranger to fourth-quarter comebacks. He's led the Chargers back to victory 26 times coming into this year. But work to do here if he wants to add another notch to the belt. 1st and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. They'll try to throw here. Rivers to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
And this is complete. It's Allen. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete.
4th down and they take to the air, which really isn't a major surprise, but how about the coverage?
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind him, trying to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on.
Fine. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
He'll have a first down past the 40. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. A good pickup there of 22. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 11 and a first down L.A. Here's Grant. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Well, I guess sometimes just a matter.
And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. Frank Clark. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. 3rd and long for Rivers. And he's going to go down again. Frank Clark, his 2nd sack of the night. The Chargers go here. It's Rivers. And the pressure gets to him again. Emmanuel Ogbah. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. Down 2 scores. I guess they felt like they needed to go for it. They must have thought they had a play to dial up that they could get it, and it didn't work out.
They must have thought, as you pointed out, they had a play, and they were probably looking at the number of possessions that they thought were left in the game. And down 2 scores, they must have felt like they couldn't risk not taking a shot here and giving up that chance.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Yeah, that one going to be knocked away and incomplete. Casey Hayward, the Pro Bowler, there to knock it away.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And we spotlight Keenan Allen as he gets set to go back to work. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust. And he's got him in, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 32 that time. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing, Rivers. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. He was looking for Travis Benjamin that time. And now it's 2nd down. Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Rivers. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Rivers to throw it. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. On 1st down, Grant. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Rivers. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. The Chargers on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got it 3rd and goal now as they try to punch in a late touch. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Derek Watt, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know.
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
So just under 2 minutes to play, and this would figure to pretty much be your ball game right here. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3 and out, they're going to have very little time remaining. So
that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They run it again with Williams. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. On 3rd down, here's Williams. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. That kind of looked like a defense fed up by being gashed in the running game all night.
Yeah, and imagine their coach saying, if you're fed up on that play, where were you the rest of the time? What took you so long? But flip it over to the offensive side. They've been dominating this thing, and to finally have a play go against them, that's not something that's going to make them feel very good this evening.
Rivers and the Chargers now down by 7, 1:07 remaining, needing to go pretty much the length of the football field as they have it 1st and 10. Now Rivers. And caught by Henry. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. First down now, but that clock rolling. Rivers. He completes it to Henry. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Rivers has been through this many times as he'll hustle his guys to the line. He'll look to throw. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Complete. It's Henry. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. He's back to throw. Complete. Hunter Henry with the grab. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Give him 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a first down. One last shot now for Rivers. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. Well, Charles, exciting to the very end. That's what we just saw in this game. Final play there, had it in the red zone. But anytime you're outside of the 10, that's tough trying to drop a final play to get in, and they couldn't do it.
It certainly is. So what they were looking for